And these days, I'm old enough to say that my rest is sacred, so I take the time to do it. Otherwise, I don't function. Or 15 minutes naps, yay! That's like the best. Or going to bed early at night. Sometimes I'm asleep by 9 because I need
Mm,
it.
mhm.
And I know I'm going to be a better person tomorrow, the next day when I wake up. So, you just have to figure out how you need to rest and why, and don't feel ashamed about it. You have this life and you want to do it well. And why don't do it with the best power, like the strongest force you can?
Yeah, and like you said about performance or whatever, it's just you can't function if your brain is not going to be sharp, your body's not going to feel well. Welcome to The Air is Free, the podcast that helps you stop gripping what you can't control and start embracing what you can. Join Frida Karsberg and me, Sue Willoughby, as we dive into real conversations about resilience, personal freedom, and finding your center in a chaotic world. Inspired by the Swedish expression "luften är fri," which means the air is free, this show is about letting go, trusting the process, and remembering that some things in life were meant to be free and limitless. So take a deep breath, let go of what's weighing you down, and let's get into it. Hello, lovely listener. We're back with another episode of The Air is Free.
I was going to say free.
You say Luften are free. Okay. So I don't know why I have to say it in such a weird little way because it's not. Anyway, so here we are. We're back with another episode and we can't wait to talk to you today. Frida, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Sue?
I'm great. I'm great. I had a bad haircut yesterday. I'll just be honest about it. And
Mm.
that's why I'm wearing a hat today. So it's not a bad haircut. It's just a little shorter than I had anticipated. So I'm dealing with it. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Okay.
Is that how you're dealing with it? Putting a hat on?
Right now, because I have to look at myself. So yes, exactly. That's
Let me know
all
if
right.
any way I can support you in that.
Yeah, thank you. Just wait until my hair grows back, but I appreciate you asking. Gosh. So today I want to talk about the fact that stillness is not laziness. And I always kind of put you on the spot first. I don't know why I do that, but I'm going to do it again. So the thing is that, when we're busy, our culture is such that, and I don't know if it's different in Swedish culture, but our culture is, in the US is just like, go, 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 go. You're always on the treadmill. You always gonna be doing this. If you're not doing that, and even, our kids, I don't have children, but I know you do. They have a lot of activities. When I
Yeah.
was a kid, we sat around and picked our nose, right? Or we went outside and we played and we just did whatever the hell we wanted to. Now it's like they have to be in soccer, they have to be in this after school thing, they have to learn it, all these activities. And then you have this huge spreadsheet of carpooling and all this other stuff. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is that the one thing we don't make time for is rest. And myself, and I will see, I didn't totally put it on you. I know that now that I've been studying human design is that I am a projector. And I've talked about this before, but the thing about being a projector is that I do not have my own source of energy. Now, I used to operate as if I were an energetic generating being, but I'm not. So going through life as a generator, when you really are not generating your own energy, you're just losing energy all the time. So it was interesting because I used to always wonder, like, why do I just want to lay down and take a nap? Now, I am the type of person that can lay down and take a 15-minute recharge nap and feel great. So this is what we want to talk about today is that you don't have to earn your rest, right? It is sacred, not shameful.
Mm.
It is something that you need to listen to your body. And when you need to take a break, even if it's a short one, it's okay. What's your experience with this, Frida?
I mean, this is right up my alley because I love to rap, but I can't all the time. And I mean, yeah, I don't even know where to start because there's so many things I want to say. But yes, I think like if you can, please take a rest. If you can't, just power through, but you have to rest to be able to perform. I don't love to say the word perform, but you know what I mean. Keep on doing the good things you do in life. I just I just finished a project a week ago. And, when I'm working, I'm just doing, I'm just like you said, I'm just like pushing through, doing all the things I have to do, blah, blah, blah. And, I love it. It's so much fun, but it's the second it ends, I'm just like so tired and I don't know what to do first, like sleep or take a shower or, I just kind of like have to cave into resting. And these days I'm old enough to say that my rest is sacred, so I take the time to do it. Otherwise I don't function.
Mhm.
So 15 minutes naps, yay. That's like the best. Or going to bed early at night. Like, sometimes I'm asleep by 9 because I need
Mm,
it.
mhm.
And I know I'm going to be a better person tomorrow, the next day when I wake up. So you just have to figure out how you need to rest and why. And don't feel ashamed about it. It's, you have this life and you want to do it well. And why don't do it with the best power, like the strongest force you can?
Yeah, and like you said about performance or whatever, it's just you can't function if your brain is not gonna be sharp, your body's not gonna feel well, and but like I said, it is and I'm curious about Swedish culture.
Mm.
Like I said, we're go, go, go. Is it different in because I do know in some European countries or whatever, I mean, it's like they take a siesta in the middle of the day, all the shops close down, and everybody takes a little snooze, and then they come back out and,
Yeah.
what is Swedish culture like?
Well, we don't take any siestas, but we're very, for us, our vacation in the summer is sacred.
Mm,
Uh, I would say like 90% of Sweden just shut down in the summer
wow.
for 5 to 6 weeks. People leave jobs, they go out to the country house and rest. But I think it's also connected with us not having the sunshine or like, around we have months and months of winter and darkness. So we need
Mm.
that time in the summer to recharge, to be able to go back to normal life in the fall. We do work, but I wouldn't say that we don't have the same, and this is just my opinion, but it feels like we are hard workers and we're honest, but we're also like, we're not like the Americans that never turns off. I would say we're pretty good at, we have something called fika in Sweden. That means we take a break in mid morning. This is an old thing. We might not do it as much anymore, but I like it because it's like a short break where you have coffee and you maybe have like a cinnamon bun and you sit and chit chat with your colleagues and then you go back to work. And I like that, mode of like working, then take a break, work, take a break. So it's not constant like work, 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 work. Because yeah. Oh my God, that was such a long answer to your
No, that's it. I was curious. Because culture to culture are very different, right?
yeah.
And like I said, in the U.S., it's just if you're not busy, if you're not doing something, if you're not being productive, then you're being lazy. And I think that that's one of those things that causes people to burn out. We have a big percentage of burnout in our country because we're just always feel like we have to be on that treadmill. And I think that if you are okay saying, "Hey, I need to take a break." Now it's different if you have like a 9 to 5 job and you have to be in the office or whatever, but still, you can still get up from your desk, walk around. I remember when I was in office culture, I would get up to go to the restroom and we were in a pretty big building, so I would go to the restroom like on the other side of the
Smart.
yeah, and then I'd go upstairs, downstairs, go to different floors or whatever, just to give me, a little bit of a break. And if I really needed to get away, I would go out and sit in my car for 10 or 15 minutes. And that would be my break, is just to get away from my desk and my computer and my all of that stuff, or people bugging me. And it was always really important to me.
Yeah. Good. I also, that's great because you need your micro breaks. I
Mhm.
also like to, when I feel conscious about like I have to leave work early or I have to do like a personal, I don't know what it can be, go to the dentist or whatever, and I feel bad about it because that will take time from my work hours. I usually say it out loud to the people I work with so they know, because I'm like, okay, that's, then they know and I know and it's out there, so I'm going to do it. Which is, I don't know if it's silly or not, but it works for me and it takes a lot of the guilt that I, carry around. otherwise.
So what do you mean you say, "I have to go to the dentist. I'm
Yeah,
going for a pap smear. Just
yeah,
wanted to let you know."
yeah, right? Here's my schedule. No, but for example, on Monday when I get into the office, if I know I'm gonna be off, I have to leave early on Thursday.
So they don't think you're just schlepping?
So I'm like, just so you know, like I have to do this on Thursday afternoon, so I won't be in the office.
Mhm.
Just you put it out
That's
there.
interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
is it?
It's none of their business is what I say.
I know, but then people are like, "Why did she leave? Is she on?"
That's their issue.
I know, but it goes back to me, and I
How does it go back to you?
because then
Are
I
we gonna have a coaching session around this?
no, not today. This is just facts, and I know I'm weird about it, but to me, it feels so much easier if I just have it out there. Then I know people know, and then I can relax about it. It's just my
Okay,
way of
fair enough.
mm,
Okay, fair enough.
yeah,
It's interesting. Yes. Well, because people do that. They're like, "Well, how come that person got
yeah.
to leave me on here?" And that's
They
just
might do
their
it. I
shit.
know.
That's their own shit that
Yeah,
they're like, whatever. But good for you. If that
yeah.
makes you feel better and you can go do your thing and not feel guilty about it, then all right.
I have all my tools these days.
Those are it's good to have a full toolbox. So, what about horses?
What about horses? Oh, horses, they are always great. They are also energy preservers. So,
Mhm.
they rest when they want to rest and they lay down when they want to lay down and they run fast if they want to. But I love how they just take care of themselves always,
Mm.
make sure that they're fully rested, they've had their food, their water if they can, and just, it's cool to watch.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, they spend most of their life resting and storing up that energy for when they really need it, right? If they're being pursued by something or, something scares them and they need that burst of energy to get away from whatever it is that's chasing them. So yeah, they are definitely by nature and by design energy preservers. A lot of times they'll be standing out in the field and they're asleep and you don't even know it, right?
Yeah.
They're just, but they do take care of themselves, and that's a good lesson that we can take from the horses is be the horse, as Frida would say, "Be the horse."
Yeah.
But seriously, if you feel tired, rest so that you do have energy for when you need it,
Mm.
whether it's for, a project, whether it's for your family. If you're tired and burnt out, then you're not gonna be good for your friends and your family and anybody else. And let's face it, everything takes some amount of energy. We talked about, when being able to determine when you're leaking energy,
Yeah.
right? And that's kind of a different thing, but still, we only, our tank is only so full, and you have to do things that will replenish that. And maybe it's a good meal, maybe it's just sitting quietly and reading a book. Like I said, for me, I can feel like when I hit a wall, I just have to lay down, and I literally have to, like, sleep for 15 minutes
Yeah.
or 20 minutes or whatever, and then I naturally wake up. Now, not everyone can do that, because I have had people say, "Well, I can't take a nap, I'll be out for hours." I'm like, "Well, maybe you need to be, I don't know."
Yeah. Maybe that's what's needed for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But I use, another little tip is I have, the Calm app, Calm, and in there are, little nap sessions, and it kinda like, there's some little background noise or there's some whatever, and then after a certain period of time, you can set it for however long you wanna nap for,
Mm.
and then the volume will come back up, and it'll wake you in a very nice, gentle way, so it's not like setting some horrible alarm.
Cool. I
That's
like that.
another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, because when you said the horses and how
Yes.
they can stand and sleep and you don't even notice. Whenever I have clients that are very like, up here, floating and can't come
In their head.
down, yeah, I usually bring them out to the herd and just watch the horses and their interaction.
Mm.
And that's also a beautiful way of, instead of, when you can't meditate or, you don't know how to calm your mind, just,
Mhm.
if you can, go watch a horse. You know,
Yeah, if you can, yeah.
if you can. If not, watch it. No, I don't know. But it's a good example of just mirroring also the horse's way and behavior
Mhm.
when they're resting. It's really, really calming and nice.
It is. It's like, by also, like, being at the beach and just listening to the water
Mhm.
rhythmically, kinda the waves coming in or whatever. Anything that you can do, any sounds that you can focus on, if you just go outside, and open your mind and open your ears and open your senses to all of the little sounds that are happening. There's birds and there's stuff everywhere. So it's a good way to just, if you can't take a nap, to just clear and reset.
Yeah. Have you heard about the five, is it called five senses?
Yeah, I was going to talk about that, the five senses meditation.
Talk about it, because I love that one.
Basically, it incorporates all five of the senses in turn. And I don't know if there's any specific way that you can do it, but if you maybe start out with list 5 things that you can see. So as you're just out somewhere, you're sitting, you're being quiet, what are 5 things that come into your field of vision? And then if you want to close your eyes for the rest of it, you can. Then it's like, what are 4 things that you can hear? We got sight, we've got hearing, we've got smell. What are 3 things that you can smell? 2 things that you can touch. 1 thing that you can taste.
Yeah.
You maybe had some garlic for lunch and that's what you're tasting. But it brings you back into your body, back into your senses, and it really does, I think, ground you.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. It's also
Yeah,
good
thanks for bringing that up.
to meditate. You can always do that too. It's a meditation in itself.
Yeah, it is. And it's fun. We do that at our retreats where to get people sort of acclimated and grounded before they work with the horses, to get them involved in their senses and in their bodies so that they can be more attuned and aligned with the horses that they're going to be working with.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. Yay. So you got to join us for one of our retreats. Go to my website.
Check it out.
Go to Frida's website. Yes. Also, if you're curious about the work that I do as a coach, as an Equus coach, I have a demo day coming up, and I'm partnering with another coach and one of our mentors at the Equus Center for Equus Coaching, Travis Stock, and he is brilliant.
Wonderful.
And so Travis and I are getting together for a demo day. It's $25, and you come, you get to be with the horses, you get to see the work that we do. And if you are feeling brave and want to participate, we have a couple of sessions that you can be part of. So it's really kind of a beautiful day. But check out, I'll put the link in the show notes as well. And if you're in
so much
in
fun.
and around the Seattle area,
there.
Yeah, you can have your own demo day, Frida. There you go. Yeah. Partner with somebody or do it yourself. It's just a great way for people to have a better understanding of the work that we do and how we work with horses, and just get a little taste for it. It's really a fun way to do it. So that's in August.
Then I can come. I'm back in August. That's awesome.
Okay, yeah, come up for our demo day.
Yes.
All right. So the big takeaway today is just block out, 15 minutes if you can of guilt-free quiet time for intentional stillness. You don't have to meditate, you don't have to take a nap, but whatever feels right to you that will recharge you, do that.
Yep.
Anything else? Any other tip, Frida?
No, I think that's a good takeaway. And you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. Find your own way of doing it. That's always the best one.
Yep. Find your own way to recharge. Follow your intuition. Do you like that callback from last week?
Oh, yeah. Love
it. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Hopefully this episode has resonated with you in some way. If not, I'm sure you know somebody who could benefit from the information that we talked about today. So share it with a friend. Please rate and review and all of those things. I hate to beg. I'm not begging, but I'm just saying, please, help us. Help us out here. If you like what you're hearing, support us. So come back next week and we'll have another fresh topic for you. And just remember, the air is free.
Yay.
Or Luften are free.
Yay.
All right. Take care. Have a good week.
Bye.
That's it for today's episode of The Air is Free. I hope this conversation gave you something to think about, something to let go of, and maybe even a little more space to breathe. If you enjoyed this episode, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, rate and review the podcast because it helps more people find us and join in the conversation. And If something resonated with you, share it on social media and be sure to tag us. We'd love to hear your thoughts. You can follow us on Instagram, hit us up on our websites. Just come, say hi, send us a message, or let us know what topics you'd love to hear more about. Until next time, take a deep breath, let go of what you can't control, and remember, luften er fri.